Hey guys, welcome back. It is your favorite Gimp with a Limp, and I'm here with Heroes of Normandy. Now, this is the Kickstarter that just released. It just got sent to the backers. Now, this was for the Battle of Caen, which I do have those boxes over here to the side. I'm going to show you all the components that I got for it. We are going to be doing a playthrough of Heroes of Normandy. Haven't done one of those in a while. Now, I have done one on the system, but that was the Warhammer 40K version, which I freaking love. Highly underrated game. Definitely recommend you people try it because I absolutely love it. But anyway, I want to show you all the components that I did get. We're going to start with the base game, which is the Big Red 1 edition. This has been available for a little while. And then I'm going to show you all the crap that came with Battles of Caen. And I do have the solo parts of it as well. So I'll show you all that. And then, like I said, later on, we're going to take and do an actual playthrough of Heroes of Normandy so you guys can see the game in action because it is really awesome. So let's take a look at what comes in the Big Red 1 edition. Now, I have opened these up already and just eyeballed the components to make sure everything was good because, you know, obviously if you don't get everything, you're going to be upset about it. Got our scenario booklet and our rule booklet. We're not going to worry too much about those since we'll be showing all the rules off when we actually do play the game. But it looks like we've got a good amount of scenarios. How many come with this? Few campaigns, free battle mode, and then scenario rules, parties, multi-dudes, or something French. I don't know. Why is that in French? The rest of this isn't in French. I am curious as to why, but some cool looking stuff, and it shows us the usual crap that you would have in a scenario booklet. You know, you order a battle and how you're going to set up all your maps and all that good crap. So we will see that when we get into it. Here's the actual cool stuff, what all comes in the game. And we see all our different types of units here. Let's see, fire groups. Looks like a bunch of those. We got a recon group up here. Panzer something. What is that? Panzer Shreks. Ooh, cool. Panzer Shreks. I like that. I have no idea what those motorcycle guys. I have no idea what the Z word stands for. MG42 team. Here's one of our leaders. And the cool part is this little iron cross you see over here to the side. That is actually a component you can put in bonuses, right? Upgrades for the hero units or the leader units. And those tokens, I believe, are some like these, like this Flak 38 or the planning one here. It looks like we have some, there's a Flak 38, like a sandbag entrenchment. And this is the tableau you would put for like your whole group, I believe. It's been a little while since I played the Heroes of Normandy system, so I have to get back into it. But I am definitely looking forward to that. Got our tank here. What type is this? Panzer IV. Some different tokens, admin type tokens, suppressed, panzers, ammo, all that good stuff. And I think these are some of the upgrades over here that you would apply into your system there. And then just pop one out. Let you guys see the back of it real quick. Oh, cool. I love that. It's got the Rex on the back side of that. Forgot that on these things. Like I said, I love the system. I have played it with the 40K version and really, really enjoyed it. I was kind of thinking about maybe doing a scenario where it's the World War II stuff versus like orcs or something. I think that would be a fun one to play. And let's see, we also have some Panzer Grenadiers, more recon groups, fire groups, more NG42 teams, Panzer Shrek, half track, leader over here, the helmet, some more sandbag entrenchment, some type of Jeep, another Panzer IV, and what is this? A Puma! A Puma! I love that. And then Panzers, assault groups, Panzer Grenadiers. These are all the tokens, like I said, you will be placing up here in your tableau of your units that you're including. Oh, I love this. Looks awesome. And here's some of our American units in the Big Red 1. This is the rifle platoon. We've got the Rock. The Rock. I gotta love it, man. The Rock. And mortar team, bazookas, 30 cals, recon team, and then just a bunch of regular fire teams. Some support teams down over here. See what we have. Another mortar team. Obviously, a Sherman's going to be included, and what is that? Greyhound. Greyhound. That's the armored car. Use that in the oh crap! I'm forgetting the name of the game system. Bolt Action. Took me a second. I had to look at my shelf to remember the name of it. Love that system. Oh, cool. Love our Americans, and we've got a second sheet of Americans here. Another rifle platoon for the Big Red One. Similar type stuff. An AT gun. Another Sherman. A Stuart. What was this? Half track. And who is this? Oddball. Love it. Oddball. And more recon teams, bazookas, fire teams, support teams, 30 cals. Doesn't look like there's any mortars in this team. And then again, all the stuff that you can add to it, like a flamer. Love it, man. And you can see points that these would cost, like 50 points for a rifle squad, 50 points for a 30 cal squad, 55 points for a bazooka squad. Awesome. Loved it. I cannot wait to try this system. All right, and some of the stuff, and there's bonuses and like stretch goals. Some of it's like mixed up into some of the boxes. Don't sweat it. There's a huge amount of crap that came with this Kickstarter, and they actually just did another one that I ended up not backing for specific reasons, but nothing to do with the game. Game itself's awesome. Let's see. This is Field Command Colonel George A. Taylor that you can have, and it looks like he's got some specialist stuff. Taylor himself, leader, can actually join in. And then we've got Clint. That's Clint over here. So these are just like specific heroes you can put in, and then the things that you can add to it. And it looks like they have a Jeep with a 50 cal that can be added. I think these are like explosion markers. It's got stats on it though. So that has to be some type of specific explosion marker. Maybe big weapons, ordnance, off-map ordnance. I don't know. Like I said, it's been a little while since I played the game. And then one of our tracks over here, and then other pieces that we can add onto our maps. Ooh, flamethrower. Love that. Looking forward to trying that one, which just popped out. Just popped out. Yeah, I think some of these are like stretch goals that were added. Maybe not in this Kickstarter. Maybe it was a previous Kickstarter. They had added these on. We've got a field commando that gets added in, and a pack 40. We got Ludwig, looks like a sniper. Where's old Ludwig? Ooh, Ludwig's over here. Love that. He's got some special abilities. Yeah, he's definitely got to be a sniper. Ooh, yeah. And then pack 40 we can add into it. Okay, that's awesome. And then some buildings. So you see here, this, when I was looking at some of the maps earlier, the maps look rather, I don't want to say it like this, but barren. And I think it's because you're supposed to add some of these buildings onto it. But I've got plenty of maps between all these boxes, so we'll be able to put a whole bunch in there. Real quick, just let you guys see the maps that are here. They are all double-sided, so you'll have roads, bushes, all that good stuff. I don't think any of them have buildings actually inherently on them, which is actually kind of strange because Caen, all of them have like buildings. These are pretty well basic. Woods, hedges, roads, nothing too fancy on it, but I do like the fact that they are double-sided, so you can make a huge amount, because that essentially gives you 12, because you have 6 double-sided maps. And then if you have that in multiple boxes, there's a huge infinite number of maps that you can make, not to mention the fact that you can make actual huge maps if you so want to. Pretty much play it however you want. And we got one more. This looks like just plain one. And they are all lettered, as you can see up here, the C1A. That way it makes it easy for you when you are setting up your maps. If it has, whatever letter, A1, B2, whatever, front side, back side, easy, I'll set it up. This is all of our dice, our command blocks that you're going to use for activating your different units. There were bonuses included in this Kickstarter. That's what all 3 of these bags are, actually. This one has Luca Rohr, some specialized German commando, it looks like. Special character can get added, but he is in here with, I think that is a British bag. There's a couple other things included in that one. And then we have American and I think German. Yeah, German. Looks like SS command blocks as well. No, these are Canadian. These are Canadian. Yeah, these are the Canadian game elements, and this is the 12th SS Panzer Division game elements. Bags for both of those, similar to these, like I already said. Stickers, and these are supposed to be used on the storage boxes. Storage boxes are awesome, but they were, I hate to say it, but they were rather costly. They really did jack up the cost of the Kickstarter, and I was like, nah, screw it. I'll pass on that. I'd rather save that money to spend on something else. And then the command cards that come with the game, and dices, D6s, so you can use your own. I'll be using my 2d6, not 2d6, but my double 6 dice. Love those dice. Definitely check them out if you haven't. Is a 12-sided die that is essentially 2d6 onto a single die. It means it can roll really well. All right, give me a sec. Let's pack this up and then pull out what you want to see, which is the Heroes of Caen stuff. Okay, so this is the first one we're going to take a look at. This is Battle Pack 2. I don't know, maybe I missed a battle pack in the Kickstarter or something, because I've got the Big Red 1 and then I've got Battle Pack 2 and 3. I'm not sure what Battle Pack 1 is. Maybe that's a separate set that I didn't know about. Yeah. Our little sheet that I accidentally tore that shows everything that comes with the game. Nicely, they have included rules and scenarios booklet, so this has all our basics on here, but you are going to need a core set, because this is not considered a core set, even though it basically has everything that you need for a core set in it. You're going to have something else that has all the rules of the game in here. Yeah, see, this is all specifically related to this set because it adds a lot of new terrain elements, half squares, different types of buildings, and craters, low barricades, rubble, rivers, all that good stuff. So all that's in here, but then we also have our campaign scenarios that come with it, and solo mode, because I did get the solo mode stuff, because of course I did. And this is, I think, just like a bonus scenario that got added. Sorry if you guys are getting a little glare on there. My lights are coming down on it. But this tells us how to set it up and victory conditions. Cool. Let's take a look at the actual components that come in the game. This doesn't appear to have any units. Well, no, it's got one unit. We got the Wasp over here. Not sure what that is. Looks like a small Jeep. A lot of stuff on here is terrain elements. Looks like swamp type stuff. Maybe rubble. Another explosion marker. Destroyed bridge. Cool. Love that. Chimney. Not sure what that is going to go on to. Is that going to go on a building? Or is it just going to be there? I don't know. I have to look at the scenario one to figure that out. We've got some support tokens here, and then it looks like some type of admin tokens over here. And the cool part is these terrain elements that you can add into the game are double-sided. So you get a couple of different things with them, like roads over here. Where's that chimney? The chimney is this one, and it looks like that's a rubbled building. So I don't know if that's just the rubble of the building or something else. Maybe that's, yeah, it's probably like just a smokestack or something that gets added into the game. Cool looking stuff. This one also is just terrain, bunch of buildings. Like I said, this is why I'm not overly concerned with those maps not having buildings on them, because we already have a bunch. And I have got the Shadows over Normandy, which has paranormal. So there's the 40K version, the paranormal version, and the World War II version. So there's a huge number of ways that you can play this game. Really love that. Reminds me of The Long Road by, that's Flying Pig Games, and this is Devil Pig Games. So yeah, check out The Long Road by Flying Pig if you like this, because they're similar if you like the paranormal elements of it. So more buildings we can have. And also more buildings. There's a huge number of buildings. Where's all the units? We're starting to hit some of them over there. It looks like I saw a tiger. Here we've got Emil Dur. Hope I'm butchering that correctly. And his little hero token that can be added. And then also some rubbled buildings. Some more different types of roads with rubble on them, or craters and the like. We can add into our game. We have Feld Commando. Yeah, You just kind of sound like you're coughing and you sound out the German words. And we've got ourselves a tiger. That's going to just be brutal. That's going to be brutal. Intact bridge. Cool. Some more terrain we can add to it. Some big buildings. So we've got our tiger, and you see there's the token to add the tiger to it, and then the actual token for the tiger, which is pretty big. It takes up 2 blocks, right? So you have small blocks, smaller pieces. It's smaller in the size of a block for like an individual person. Then a fire team will take up a single block, whereas a big vehicle will take up 2. And they have fanatic tokens. Fortified, and then it says fanatic. Cool. Something you would expect for SS. And then the backside of all of this, and a blown up tiger, because they explode. And more Panzer Grenadiers. Huge number of Panzer Grenadiers. Ooh, these cool. This has flamers. Machine gun, flamer, Panzer Shrek, MG42, Panzer Grenadier, Recon, and Fire Group. Just for, that'll be a badass group to fight against. That's awesome. I like that. Oh, look at this. We got a Stug. Stugs, man. Love it. And a Panther, Panzer IV, and another Panther up here. Oh, awesome. So yeah, we've got a couple of Panthers, a Panzer IV, and a Stug that all get added into this. Oh, that's awesome. So the 2 command command cards, right? And then the tokens that you'll add in to actually deploy these units. And very quickly, the backside of those. All right, so that's all those guys. Let's see what we got on this. A lot of tokens that we're getting to add into this. That looks like smoke. Spitfires. So you get to call in Spitfire airstrikes. I love that, man. Can't wait to use those. Looks like British guys, am I right? Yeah, British. Hawker, of course, yeah. If it's a Hawker Typhoon and Spitfires, could be British. Sergeant Lilo, and he's got an Achilles M10. Looks like a Wolverine. Yeah, so it's a tank destroyer that he has. You can add in a battle plan. Looks like objective markers, and then the tokens that you would use to add those in. A couple more pieces of terrain that we can use. One side has like actual terrain, the other side has road and rubble on it. Awesome. And what do we have here? It looks like a bunch of tanks. Let's see. Yep, we've got a Command Sherman, a regular Sherman, and a Sherman Firefly. Ooh, I love that one. I want to use that one. I think that's the M6 version of the Sherman. Was it M6A4? It's the one that has the heavier power gun. I believe that's the Firefly. Anyway, I could be wrong. Cromwell, and then what is this? That is a 25-pounder Sextant tank destroyer. Tank destroyer, I believe. Yeah, tank destroyer. So heavy weapons. Another Stuart. So a lot of American weapons, and it looks like a light tank, a Dahmer AC, which I do believe is a Stuart. No, that's the Stuart. So I don't know. Yeah, the Dahmer. I don't know that one. Looks like we got some AT guns here as well, and Vickers machine guns, a bunch of Vickers machine guns, mortar team, and a mortar team. A couple of mortar teams and a bunch of machine guns. So a lot of heavier weapons on this sheet. Yeah, that's going to be cool. I want to do a scenario with just everything, right? All of the Battle of Caen stuff mixed with all of the Big Red 1 stuff, and just lay out a huge map and just have them all fight it. No open squares, nothing but units as far as the eye can see. This looks like the Canadian one, I believe. Well, that's Canadian. That's the Leaf. What's the blue here? Who are these guys? I am unsure. You guys have to let me know down in the comments, because I am unsure what that blue golden lion griffin thing is supposed to represent. Britain, Canadian, special unit. Well, let's see. What type of weapons are they using? The Bren is British. Bren, Vickers. This has to be something British then, because they're using all British weapons. All the machine gun teams, 2-inch mortar, flamer, a Piat. Piat's British. So this has to be a British unit. I could be wrong, but I believe it is. A couple of half tracks, and it looks like transports. Yeah, universal carriers, 4 universal carriers. They get it added in, and they would have some type of machine gun on them and the like. And that's the backside of it that I am knocking pieces out of. Yeah, it looks like this one is 30 points, and that is 95 points, but that has a bunch of units like built into it that you're going to bring. And what do we have here? The High Command. Yes, High Command. Brigadier General Miles Dempsey is in it, as well as looks like generic Canadian regiment. Some more British special units, individual like leaders, hero characters. That's these guys over here. And then the pieces we would add in to deploy those units, which is more leader teams, fire teams, Piats, Brens, and mortars getting added in on this one. So a bunch of hero characters and units. We are down to the maps. All right. See, huge amount of rubble. This is all like city terrain is what this one's going to be. ECA 5. Good grief. How many maps do they have to have made at this point to be into EC5-A? Man, they've made a huge amount. I like this, though. This is going to be close in city fighting. So if anything, tanks are not going to be as useful because you're not going to have a bunch of open lines of sight to actually be able to get shots off. I mean, depending on how the scenario's set up. Oh, look. There's a statue in the center of this one. I like that. That's cool. And it implies some terrain benefits being on that. What is this? That's got to be some type of... Yeah, that's swamp water. That's like swamp water terrain there. So there's a bridge crossing it, broken buildings on each side, and then the swampy terrain. So that's going to block off units or slow them down. I like that one. This is a good map. I definitely have to use this one. And then some more... broken down buildings, one that has swamp water, nasty water breaking it all up all the way across. And it looks like a bridge on this side, so it should be linking in with something. Probably one of these. Oh, let's see. Look, here we go. No, that won't work. Wait, there was one of these that came with extra pieces, like the terrain pieces. All these have those in there, so you should be able to put that in there like that. And that's where you put that bridge to kind of fill in those pieces. And that's it for this one. So give me one sec. We'll pull up the last command pack. And before I forget to show you guys our command cubes for this one, cards, dice, and stickers for the storage solution, which again, I did not get. So nothing I can do with those stickers, I guess, unless I make my own boxes. I like their idea of the storage boxes. I think that's a nice way to organize all the units, because obviously the box, you never get everything back in the box the way it's supposed to go once you start punching all this crap out. So it's nice to have a place to put it. But those boxes, like I said, it's not that they're not worth it. I just only have so much money. And I would rather put it towards more game rather than more storage solution. Alrighty then, the last one is going to be Heroes of Normandy, Battle of Caen, Windsor, and Jupiter, which is Battle Pack 3. Now, it's not the last thing that we're going to show. Like I said, we are going to touch on the solo stuff. Here's some of the stretch goals, and I'm not going to open this up. I'm sorry, you guys are going to probably see a lot of glare on this. I don't want to get it mixed up until I'm ready to use this stuff. This looks like it is errata elements for the Big Red 1 edition. So these are all, should be replacement tokens and card pieces and rules and the like for Big Red 1, anything that got messed up in that. So it is nice that they included it. This one, why did they include both? So they've got one that has, what is this, French? Yeah. French rules and scenario and then English rules and scenario. Why wouldn't they just pick one or the other to put in there? I don't know. They didn't do that in the other, so why would they include all the languages in this one? That doesn't make sense to me. All right. We got ourselves some more campaigns, little mini campaigns, solo mode, And again, the rules for all the different pieces of terrain and new rules and the like that are added here in this pack. And we've got a bunch of scenario sheets. Look at this. I like that. And if you guys can see there, this is what I was talking about when you're setting up your terrain. It's not just the big cubes anymore, right? It's got pieces in there. I don't know how to turn it to make sure you guys don't get the glare. Sorry if I'm messing it up. I apologize. You see where you're going to put those pieces to create like bridges or to expand it out. So it's not going to just be X size. You're going to have, those little terrain pieces expanding it out. That gives you the ability to create some big maps. So we've got a huge amount of scenarios here. This one looks like it's got some planes you're trying to take out. Is LOL in Normandy? Yeah, lead speak. And is that the French version of this? Yeah. So they included the scenario sheets in French and English as well. Okay, cool. I guess so. It's not as many as I thought. There's actually just 3 in here. Yeah. So we have 3 in French and then 3 in English. I don't know why they would include it like that. Piece that got knocked out. Some replacement cards probably. Yeah, cards that got added to it. Here's a Normandy SS option front. I'm wondering if this is a replacement token or not. Stug 44 and something to do with cards. Our stickers for our storage boxes. So what all do we have in this box? Come on out for me, guys. Huge amount. These are terrain pieces that get added in. Looks like a small building that tacks on to something else. And on the backside, we've got some more forest type terrain, roads, and again, the other side of the buildings with them being destroyed. This looks like just a bunch of stuff that adds to it. More fire groups, no idea what that is. 8 centimeter Grand Torfer, maybe some type of small AT gun. And Panzer Grenadier sets, another hero, more buildings, and should be, roads and destroyed buildings on the back. Ooh, here we go. Here's some units. Here we have more of those Blue Lion British guys, a Recce Squadron, Leo Major. Let's see, what is this? Bofors. Ooh, cool. We got some Bofors in here. Recon Bren, Recon Piat, and a rifle team. Looks like more half tracks, leader team, support team, 3-inch mortar, AT gun, a Humber AC, so some type of armored car, Humber LRC, another one, and then the Command Humber, so some type of transport vehicle. And this one is German Panzer Pioneer, so that should be some type of recon group. So fire group, machine gun, assault, fire, Panzer Shrek Flamer, and another assault. And they're going to have, looks like a half track. And that thing that I've never been able to say, the SDKFZ, one of those, some small bits of terrain and some hero leader units as well to add to it. And there's the backside. Here are those plane tokens that we were looking at. So these are like grounded, one of those Messerschmitts. Yeah, Messerschmitt BF 109. More armored vehicles, some more of the British units. And it looks like just more mortar teams, leader teams, stuff that we were seeing, fire teams, Bren, couple of Brens, and then another AT gun, 6-pounder down over here. Ooh, look, destroyed Messerschmitt. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. Always love those destroyed ones. And ooh, look at this one. This is a 88 mil flak gun. Look how that takes up 4 squares. That is a huge gun. That is just a huge gun. And they got a flight gun, a Pack 40, and another armored carrier over here. Ooh, I like this. I am going to have to find a scenario that has this in it because I want to use that. That just looks awesome. More regular troops, fire groups, gunners. So 4 fire groups, 4 gunners. And what do we got up here? And more of those 8-centimeter guys, MG42. So a bunch of German guys. And that takes it for our units. Now we've got a bunch of maps, and I think these are probably just going to be more green ones. Yeah, similar to what's in Big Red 1, with the exception of it's actually got a little more terrain on it. I like these a little better. There's a little more going on here, like this big building here, grassy stuff around it. See all this going on over here. I think this will give us more interesting matches, but you want to mix and match these with some of those regular map pieces that have a little more open terrain on it. All right, I think we can make some really good stuff. And one more to take a look at. Got some buildings over there and some more 4C terrain. All right, give me one sec. Last thing we're going to take a look at is the solo box. All right, finally, we're going to take a look at Heroes of Normandy Big Red 1 solo mode, which obviously is going to be compatible, should be, with all of that Heroes of Caen stuff that we were just taking a look at. Or not Heroes of Caen, the Battle of Caen. This looks like it just comes with a large amount of tokens that should be randomizers. Now, I have not read through the rules on this just yet. It's got diagrams on how you're going to put together basically some card holders, and I think that's designed so you can draw cards to help dictate what the orders are going to be. This is the key thing that I want to show you guys when we start playing as like the solo mode. A couple of decks of cards, and I'm unsure what these bags are for. I think these have to do with drawing randomized tokens. I am unsure completely on how that works. Like I said, I have not read the rules for the solo mode yet, but usually it's all about randomization, right? You want to be able to not know what's coming up. Yeah, anonymous decoy unit, anonymous numbered unit, numbered markers. So it looks like that's what the majority of this is. Reaction cards and action cards. There's 70 action cards and 46 reaction cards. So that is my guess on what you're going to be drawing. Yeah, one of the bags is a reinforcement bag. The other bag is a unit bag, and the AI has a dashboard. All right, we're not going to go over all of that, but most of this is how to put that stuff together. You see, and why is this in French? Does it have a, yeah, here we go. It's got a English side and a French side. And I don't like that as much. We don't need a French side, we just need an English side. It looks like a set of actions showing an assault if, a suppressive fire if, a firing action if, and then it gives a list of icons that mean something. And then these are the pieces on how to put that together. So it's kind of nice that they have the card holders listing out what you need to know, kind of like a player aid. Less that you have to have on the board because some of this stuff can get unwieldy. Looks like the same thing for moving. Yeah, place an order and movement. And then our action card thing, and I'm popping this out. I'll show you guys all this when I get it put together, but that'll be in the next video. Why is it? They put the English side on the back side. That's irritating. It should be a front side, not the back side. Flying pig. No, devil pig. Devil pig. I did not say flying pig. I said devil pig. You didn't hear me say that. All right. And for all attributes, attitudes, something to do with attitudes. So, yeah. This should be defensive, aggressive, and it shows balanced here. So usually when you've got solo, it's got either defensive or aggressive, depending on what's going on in this scenario. This looks like it's set up the same way. Firing action, assault action, and then the icons associated with that. That's all going to be in the rules. Those are all parts of putting together the card holders. Same with this stuff, which of course has the English crap on the back. And here we go, a bunch of tokens. Okay, so these are question marks. So you can't know. Some of them are blank, some of them have numbers, and some of them say unit. My guess is the numbers will associate to whatever in the scenario. The unit can just be regular generic unit, and then the blank means nobody's there. And this is the solo mode dashboard, so able to keep track for the AI. I would have liked to have seen this, what's the word I'm looking for, embossed, recessed. That way, if you were putting tokens and stuff on this, they would stay in place. It's not the end of the world, but it would make things easier. And of course, the English side is on the back. Don't like that. And you guys can tell when I say back, anyone who's dealt with tokens before knows what I mean. It's rounded on the front side from where it's punched on one side, so the other side isn't as cleanly rounded off. And more of these, which all say unit. So there's a bunch that say unit, 10 numbered, and then it looks like only a small amount of blank ones. And I have no idea what this is. Looks like just one hero. This is the type that they are for the AI: defensive, aggressive, balanced, easy, medium, and hard. More bacon with this new hero inspired by Griff in the movie The Big Red One by Sam Fuller. We couldn't miss the chance to create those totally geeky options. He has freaking lightsabers. Awesome. This customization grants the character with the Assault +3 special ability and allows assaults against heavy vehicles. This option can only be taken if both players include it in their army. God, that's awesome. So you could have a hero unit that has a freaking lightsaber. That's all I want, man, is freaking hero units with freaking lightsabers on their head. Yeah. And I have no idea what these are. Some type of randomized tokens. Looks like associated with either the difficulty or the type that they are. And then shows on the back, attitude and danger. Freaking lightsabers, man. That is awesome. All right, so that is it. That is everything that I have gotten with this Kickstarter. There was a lot more that you could have got with it, but like I said, I went with a cheaper option and didn't get all the little storage boxes. But what we're going to do is we're going to do a solo mode playthrough, and now it's going to have little freaking lightsabers in it because that's freaking awesome. I love it. But I definitely want to try out the solo mode so I can show you guys what it's all about. I will come up with a scenario. I want something big, but not overly big. You know, something can be completed in a handful of videos, preferably. That will get started, though, after I do a couple other playthroughs that are still on the table. I got to finish up Onus, which is almost done. Trafalgar, which you guys haven't even seen yet, but is going up tomorrow. And then I have to do Heroes of the Bitter Harvest first. So stay tuned. Heroes of the Bitter Harvest is going to get its playthrough. And then we're going to be doing some Heroes of Normandy after that. So if you want to see the game played with all this cool solo stuff, with lightsabers, with all the huge amount of units that are added in, definitely check that out. If you're interested in the game system itself, go check out my playthrough of the 40K, right? Heroes of Black Reach. That's the 40K version of Heroes of Normandy. I've already got a playthrough showing how that game works. Critically underrated. It is so awesome. And if you're interested in a scenario that has 40K versus World War II guys, let me know about that, because I might look into putting one of those together. All right, that's going to be it for this one. You guys take care. I will catch you in the next one.